The material damage as well as the human suffering of Ukraine alone during the Second World War is beyond measurement. And in this video we're going to look about what happened to Ukraine during the Second World War. This statue was erected in 1981 by Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev to commemorate the Second World War, which is often called here the Great Patriotic War. Now, Ukraine at the time was part of the Soviet Union led by Joseph Stalin. In August 1939, Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin signed a non-aggression pact, the so-called Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. There was a secret page where spheres of influences were decided. Eastern part of Poland had to belong to the Soviet Union. On the 1st of September 1939, the Nazis attacked Poland from the west, and this was also the official start of the Second World War. 17 days later, the Soviets attacked from the east. After this, the former eastern territories of Poland were annexed by the Soviet Union, and the parts of eastern Galicia and Volhynia became part of the Ukrainian SSR. On the 22nd of June 1941, the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union. Operation Barbarossa had begun, and so the Nazis also invaded the Ukrainian SSR. Not often mentioned are the mass killings of prisoners by the NKVD, the Soviet Secret Service. After the NKVD retreated from the advance of the Nazis, the Ukrainian inhabitants of Lviv saw their dead relatives, and fed by anti-Semitic propaganda, also the conspiracy of judo-communism, they unleashed a massive pogrom. 9,000 Jews were killed, mostly by Ukrainians, but also SS Einsatzgruppen. Later, the Lviv ghetto was established to transfer Jews from there to concentration camps. The Nazis advanced further east. They took Kiev in September 1941, encircling more than 500,000 soldiers of the Red Army. This was a major blow for the Soviet Union. In autumn that year, the Nazis captured the city of Kharkiv. Ukraine became Reichskommissariat Ukraine, and the plan was that the territory had to feed the German army. According to Hitler's Lebensraum plan, Ukrainians had to be expelled from the territory to make way for German settlers. But these plans were never carried out though, because in 1943, after the lost battles of Stalingrad and Kursk, the Nazis lost the initiative and were drawn into the defensive. Kiev was retaken in autumn that year, and with the Dnieper Carpathian Offensive, the Nazis were expelled from Ukraine. While retreating, the Nazis applied a scorched-earth policy, destroying railways, industrial centers, cities, villages, mines, and crop fields. The Second World War would come to an end in May 1945 in Europe. The material damage as well as the human suffering of Ukraine alone during the Second World War is beyond measurement. There's some very interesting topics I just briefly touched on, like the NKVD prison massacres, as well as Ukrainian collaboration with the Nazis, and not to mention the several battles that took place. And I highly encourage you to look it up for yourself. If you have any questions or additional thoughts, leave them down below. I'll read them all. Do not forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well. Until next time.